allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don't tell me that doesn't sound better, 'cause it does.
I have noticed.
I'm fine with it.
Can't get the guys in the courthouse, all those people are good.
Once you scream good, I'll be about
You guys are trainable.
That'd be one.
We have, I'd like to remind you that the study session is the day after Christmas, is that correct, Augie?
Yeah,
I think so.
26th here at 9:30?
I didn't have it in my book.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to remind you. Also, we'll be going into exec session or closed session for two purposes, land acquisition and negotiations.
And I would also like to add personnel.
Okay, no problem.
So you say the county board meeting is the day after Christmas on the 26th?
Yeah.
Not the county board meeting.
No, it's a study session.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
9:30.
No problem. I just want to remind you these
9:30.
things, just as housekeeping matters.
9:30.
9:30.
No, there's no,
No county highway.
when I won't talk to Aaron that morning.
Okay.
All
Unless
right.
you want to, and then show up at 9.
I'm curious to know what Aaron gets for Christmas.
From who?
I don't care.
That's not on the agenda, so. Andy, do you have anything to let us in on the
just-
engineers?
No, just one short thing. Remember I told you that, I said something about the boiler. I found out it was a float. There's two tanks in there. I'm not quite, one of them's a fill tank and the other's an overflow tank. And the float was sticking on the fill tank and it was overflowing, so all the water was just running straight through, so they came in and got a new float. And so while we thought it was pipes underneath the concrete floor in the basement, it was a float stuck on the tank, so.
So all our new valves and stuff are working and
Yeah.
no complaints in that end?
We had a bill come through that I'm assuming was for last year.
Okay.
14 or 17,000 bucks. I don't, it's for building grants,
I have to see what that is.
Was that from Hornbrook?
to be.
Oh, is it Hornbrook? Okay.
Well, I heard it was a $9,000 bill, but
Okay.
Well, maybe
I
there's,
haven't seen that.
let's see what. I guess I could have just looked. Buildings and grants, 13,900. Yeah, Hornbrook was 9,125, and then we had the elevator, corp, elevator full maintenance was 3,500.
Okay. He told me that, he sent me an email, said the elevator, the cost for working on the elevator was going up this year. I don't know what it's been in the past.
Okay, not just,
That other Hornbrook, that's the jail, right?
all right.
that's fine, I just wanted to, okay. Dan, do you
What?
have anything?
I got a
Oh,
question. Then,
please, go ahead.
on the elevator, what was that for? Does anybody have any idea what that would be for? Did they have to do some work on the elevator at the courthouse?
Not that I've been,
I think it's just the normal maintenance.
They-
that they
like
yearly
twice a year
maintenance.
they
They do it monthly, don't they? Do they come monthly or?
I thought it was twice a year, but
Okay,
maybe they
it
did
is
just
twice.
monthly.
So it's,
I'll check
that's-
with Bob to see exactly what they did, but I wasn't aware that they've been here lately on that.
Surely that's $3,400 more than just an inspection. Evidently had to do something.
And see, all of those charges are gonna be sent back to 17. So that's why we're in the middle of all that, which I'll explain, but
Okay, so
a
that
lot of the stuff, that'll not come out of this year's
Yeah.
budget, out of 18.
Okay.
It'll come out of 17's budget, okay? Any other questions for Andy at this time?
Well, I guess while we're on the 9,000 Hornbrook at the jail, everything went well. I mean, what he fixed up
Yeah,
looks good. I mean,
beat everything up. I mean, we had a couple of extra things done while he was in there, but yeah, we
Sure.
had some, just odds and ends job while he was in there, so.
Is he
Okay.
done up there, or is he still got more?
No, he still got some work to do later, but
Probably.
this was stuff had to be done.
And that happened in November, didn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, October, November, yeah.
No, that, what I mean is.
Yeah,
Last year.
last year.
Thanks, Jeff. Okay, Danny?
I have nothing.
John?
Andrew's still working.
Nothing.
Yeah, I got to talk to her at the Christmas party the other day, and she's still doing therapy, and I just wanna make sure I ask, and,
Yeah, I haven't talked to her for a week or two, so.
okay. John, did you say you didn't have
I have
anything?
nothing.
Carl?
No.
Love?
Nice meal at the courthouse on Friday.
That was really nice.
Super good, Augie.
Good.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Thank
I
you.
didn't forget. I ate enough.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't feel very good for the rest of the afternoon, so I stuck myself, but.
Those ladies go to a lot of trouble to do that.
Okay,
Talked to Alan Blacknick here on, late last week. All the paperwork's through. They gave us the green light to initiate the contract with the reasonable bid company, so we are moving on the beacon. And he said that he had heard from the FAA. They said that they thought they would have an answer for him on the other issue soon. Which they didn't think it was, they weren't phrasing it like it was bad news. So just to, get your hopes up before I dash them again, things are moving on that one as well.
What was the bid on the Beacon?
14, I think.
we had two bids, one was 50 and then 52 or 50?
Yeah, it was quite
And
a
the other was 14.
spread.
Okay.
But
52,000.
both
But it's really
legitimate
nice. It's
color.
like, gold plated, it was sweet.
That's just what we need.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big
The beam
difference.
could reach O'Hare.
Yeah. It would actually vaporize small airplanes that came to land, so cut down our traffic issues.
Okay. What else can vaporize?
If there's a targeting system, that'd be extra, I'm sure, so.
Okay. Is that it for you?
That's all I got.
Any questions, Derek? Augie, do you have anything you want to touch on today?
In your packets are proposed meeting dates,
Okay.
and I was unable, my email was not working Friday, so I apologize, I did not get those sent out to you. But Aaron and I have coordinated, I know he passed out his meeting dates, but your meeting dates for study session and board meetings are enclosed. So,
Everybody look at those. If you have any questions now or
yeah.
Wednesday morning, we can.
I would like to call to note two things. One, we've already mentioned that in October, due to Columbus Day, we'll meet on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. And then the only other one that's in question would be December 24th next year. I don't know if we can leave it on the schedule in case we need to meet, but
We could always jettison that meeting if the board decides that if there's nothing pressing, we could just forego that meeting and decide in November or early December.
that's right.
If that's all right with you guys?
Yeah. And again, the two meetings in November are spread out because of the budget. We need to have at least 15 days in between. And then in December, there are two meetings so that the board can reorganize after the election. That'll be the first Monday in December.
They'll be swearing in.
Okay, that would be the swearing in.
That's the
meeting.
swearing in
And
ceremony.
then we'll go into session and reorganize.
Short and sweet, usually it is. That's all I have.
That's fine. Jeffrey?
I have nothing this time.
Okay. If you want to pull your agendas out, just to make sure everything on there. Number 8 is the highway resolutions that he just discussed with us at our study session on the highway department, the 9 and 10. what Augie just discussed. The sheriff and the clerk will handle 11 and 12, which are your semi-annual reports that we get from them. The 13 is the thing we do every year for the appellate prosecutor office. It's an $8,000 fee. What was it? $7,000 fee. So if we have some things that we need help with throughout the year, Mark can go to the appellate prosecutor. So those are the only items on the agenda. So I just wanted to go through that to make sure if there are any questions. We're working with Don, and I haven't roped Augie's office into it yet, but we're starting to identify items on the budget from last year that need to be addressed, and so that we can start the process of going to an accrual system. Our computer system is already designed to do either a cash, a modified cash, or an accrual basis, so there's no need for any updates or hardware. Joe's gonna come in here in another week after we've had a chance to dissect the bills. For example, we talked about this morning the elevator and some of the work at the jail and so forth. That obviously would be assigned to next year, or to last year. Some of the questions that we have that we're gonna resolve on the accrual basis, for example, the payroll that was paid out on the 1st of December included 9 days from the previous year. So do we just deal with that as straightforward and do 26 payrolls a year? Do we, anyway, these are questions that we need to try to work out. Don and Joe and I both went to a meeting here a week ago over in Springfield to discuss, or to go and hear how the state wanted to handle us. They're basically saying they would like us to start. We had some questions, Joe had some questions, imagine that Don had some questions, but all good solid meeting. They are not gonna hold anybody harm, or fine anybody if they haven't completely flipped over to this new system for the first couple of years, but they'd like to see movement. Our accountant asked if he can do notes, in other words, his opinions and so forth. We'll tell the state how we're doing on the conversion, and we will be held harmless, that there won't be any issues with the state if we say we're not done. They may even, they haven't decided, they may give us a full 2 years to convert to this as long as we're doing. So Don and Joe will be working together along with other departments to identify issues so that we can move as far as we can the end of this year and into 18, or into last year into 18. So I'll keep you posted on that, and I'm sure Don will if you have any questions of him. Obviously, just stop in and see him anytime, and at the meetings too. So I can't think of anything else right now. I'm sure there are other things. Everything else that I need to talk to you about is for exec session. So do we want to move to go into that? We have a visitor coming at 10 o'clock. So for an exec session on land acquisition, we could go into exec session now and maybe start to discuss personnel. We can always interrupt that.
Right.
And go from there. So I'd entertain a motion to go into closed session for land acquisition, personnel, and negotiations. So,
I'll make that motion.
okay,
Second.
Carl moves, Derek seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Did you have any questions of us?
No.
No decision?
Okay, now we're back in open session.
All right, is there anything else to come before the meeting this morning? Entertain a motion to adjourn. Andy?
Second.
Derek, seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned. Thank you.